Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at another e-reading device. So this is the Bigme B751C. Now this isn't just any ordinary e-reader, it's packed with features, it comes with a stylus, and did I mention it's in color? So we're first going to be taking a look at the unboxing experience of the device and everything you get in the box, and then we'll get to the device and all my thoughts. This is the box that the Bigme e-reader comes in. I really like the whole unboxing experience. It feels really premium. So when you take out the sleeve, you'll see two separate boxes. The first box that we're going into is the case. I really like it when you get a case included, just because that's one less thing you need to worry about. And then the next box is the device and all its accessories. So the first thing you'll see is the Bigme e-reader. We're just going to put this aside and take a look at all the accessories. So the first little box we have here just includes the warranty card and the startup guide for your reference. You also get the charger cable, which is USB to USB Type-C, and you also get some extra pen tips for the stylus. This is where the stylus is. It feels really nice and it doesn't feel plasticky or anything, which I really like. You also have some buttons at the side of the stylus, but we'll be taking a look at that later in the review portion. Taking off the plastic wrapping, this is what the device looks like. It does feel like a really good quality. At the top here, we have our power button, and we also have our charging port at the side. We also have our page turning buttons, as you can clearly see here at the front. And then also here at the bottom, we have our micro SD card slot for expandable storage. On here, we also have a 7-inch Collider 3 e-ink display, meaning that it has color, which is absolutely amazing for an e-reader. So I'm just going to be turning it on, going through the initial setup, and obviously just testing out the pen real quick. So that was all for the unboxing. Now I just want to share with you guys my thoughts and opinions after about like 3 weeks of using the Bigme e-reader, and just give you guys basically my review of the device. So right off the bat, I want to say that the Bigme B751C is a great e-reader. It has a bunch of different features which I will be covering, but primarily it is a great e-reader. So for some basic specs, just so you know, it does have an octa-core CPU with 4 GB of RAM, and you also get Android 11 on here. And what all those specs mean is just that it gives it a nice and smooth experience when using the device. Now, it's not as fast as you would get like on an Android tablet or an iPad, but you also can't expect it to be. That's just not how e-ink devices work. But in comparison to other e-ink devices, I am really happy with the speed of the device. And you also get 64 GB of storage on the device, and it can be expanded to 1 TB by the micro SD card slot that I showed you guys. Having Android 11 on here means we have access to the Google Play Store and all the apps on there, so you can download all your favorite reading apps like Kindle, Libby, Kobo, whatever you use. Obviously, you can install apps like Instagram and YouTube on here as well, but those just aren't going to perform as well on this device because of limitations with the screen and the refresh rate of e-ink devices. But I must say, having color on here makes those apps look a bit better than on other e-ink devices that I've tried out. One thing I do recommend getting comfortable with on this device is using the e-ink center, which you can find in your menu bar at the top. This is where you can set the refresh rate of the device, and you can set this for different apps. So for instance, for reading apps, you can set it to HD because you don't need a lot of speed for that. But for instance, like apps like YouTube or Instagram, you would set to fast, just because the refresh rate needs to be fast to be able to play those videos or whatever you're doing on there. The e-ink center also has options like auto clean for minimal ghosting, and you can also turn on anti-shake, which is great for when you're viewing videos. Now, as for the note-taking experience, like I showed you, you do get a stylus with the device, and so far after using it for a while, I can say that it is decent for use every now and then, maybe for making just like a quick note or doing some annotating in the X-Reader app. It has these buttons at the side which has a few features, like the one button can be held down to access the eraser tool. You can have the pen to the screen and hold down both buttons for some calibration, and it's just overall a convenient thing to have with the device. As for the note-taking app that you have on here, it is a nice app. It has all the features that you would need for note-taking. You have the different pen tools with different colors, you have the lasso tool, eraser tool, and you even have layers in the note-taking app, so you can write on different layers, which is really nice. And another thing you can do on the device is use the meeting records app to record meetings. It uses voice to text to record all of your meeting notes, and you can even use AI afterwards to summarize those meeting notes and all that. So it's a really helpful app that you can also have on here. You also have an AI assistant on the device, which allows you to chat with the AI, ask it to create compositions for essays, and even have AI drawings created. Now those are all features that I feel like are add-ons to this device, but now let's get to the thing that really makes this device great, which is reading. And I've been loving using this device as an e-reader. What really makes this e-reader so unique is the fact that it has color and it also has these page turning buttons at the side. I've really been enjoying using these buttons. I've always wanted to try an e-reader with page turning buttons, and it really does make it super comfortable to use. To get the best use out of these buttons, make sure you go to settings to page up/down key definition, and then just turn on D-pad left and D-pad right. This will allow every app to be able to use these buttons as page turning buttons. Also, I know a lot of people always ask if these can work in either hand, and luckily it can. You just need to make sure to turn on screen rotation in the control center, then you can switch your device and turn it around and it will work either way. And like most e-readers, you can also go to the control center to adjust all the different lighting modes. So to get it like cooler light or warmer light, they have a different modes on here. Also, this device doesn't come with dark mode. I know that's something that a lot of people ask about these types of e-readers, but luckily with apps like Kindle and Libby, you can go to the settings of the app itself when reading and adjust the background to be dark or black, whatever you want to get that night mode look for reading. Also, I've loved having all my reading apps on this device like Kindle and Libby. You can even download like the Kobo app, the Bible app, Audible, all that you can have on here. You can also just use the default library/reader app on the device. It supports more than 20 different document formats and has 4 double opening document modes, and even supports audiobooks, so that's also an option for you. And what I really like about this reader is the fact that it gives you like a true annotating experience with a pen, because you can scribble over your books, highlight over them, doodle over them, all in this reader, which I think is just really nice. So yeah, if you can't tell, I really love this device as an e-reader. I love having all my different reading apps on this one device. I feel like it's really comfortable to hold in the hand. It's not too big and not too small, and the page turning buttons space at the side also makes it really comfortable to hold. And obviously the fact that it's in color also makes it great as well. The fact that you can see all your books and your library of books in colors just gives it such a nice feel, and you can see all your highlights in different colors. And also, if you read graphic novels, this is going to be a great reader for you, just because it just adds so much to the experience to have all those things in color. And like I already mentioned, you can also listen to audiobooks on here by either using just the built-in speakers, or you can even connect any Bluetooth devices like your AirPods to the device to listen to your audiobooks that way. Now, as for battery life on this device, I think we do have decent battery life on here. You're not going to get the battery life that you're going to be getting on black and white e-readers, just because it does drain the battery a bit more having to produce color on the display. But I would say after like a full charge, you can get a few days of reading done before needing to charge again, which I think is more than reasonable, especially considering that the fact that, again, it does display color, and also it does so much more than just any regular Kindle, just because it has different apps and things that it can also do on here. Now, as for my overall thoughts and opinions on this device, I think the Bigme B751C is a great e-reader. Like I said, it does have a bunch of additional features, but I do think that those are just add-ons. But e-reading on this device is really, really great. The reading experience is great. The fact that it has page turning buttons is just really helpful. And the fact that it's in color just makes it such a joy to use. So I do recommend this device if you're looking for a good color e-reader, and the fact that it has those page turning buttons, which I know a lot of people like. It is priced at $300, but a lot of times they have like sales and things going on, and it's just, I think it's a really great price because you get the color option, which color e-readers are pricey. You get color, you get a stylus, and you get a case with the device, which I think all is just really nice. And obviously, for full transparency, I didn't pay for this device. Bigme did send me the device, but like I said, if this meets all the criteria for you that you're looking for in a color e-reader, then I highly recommend trying it out if you can. So yeah, that was the Bigme B751C e-reader. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this device is worth it? Are you thinking about getting this device for reading? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.